Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are doing this cute little, I guess you can call this a half up, half down goddess braids style. I really enjoyed this style. I only wore it for like a week, but the color was fun and it was a cute little switch up from my normal style that I always wear. So what you see me doing right now is just parting my hair. I am really not, I'm going to do a disclaimer before we get into the video. I am really not the best braider or parter, but I just do what works for me. And what works for me is to kind of go line by line and pre-part my hair and kind of section out where each braid is going to be. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is one of my last rows of like single braids that I'm going to do, and to how I'm parting it is just straight across, and I'm using a mirror. I have a mirror behind me and I have a little handheld mirror in my hand, and all I'm doing is going back and forth, looking at both mirrors and correcting it as much as possible and getting it as straight as I possibly can get it. Sometimes I use edge control to help me with this step, but I really didn't feel like it this time. I only used the edge control to actually anchor my braids on, which I'll show you guys in a minute. This is the hair that I'm using. I purchased this from Amazon. I think it was like $25 for 9 bundles of hair, and the edge control that I'm using is the Cantu edge stay gel. I think that's what it's called. To do these braids, I am pretty much anchoring these braids on like how we used to do the old school way, anchoring them on and using my hair as the third leg. I do apologize, y'all. I know this might be kind of hard to see, and this is the only braid that I caught on camera. My other braids, I'll call myself trying to get close up to the camera so I could see, and end up cutting off the footage. So I'm sorry, this is the only braid that I show how I do, but it's really easy. Like I said, I just anchor the hair on like we used to do box braids a long time ago. These are not feed-in braids, and I use my hair as the third leg, and then I take the braiding hair and kind of try to get it as evenly distributed across the 3 strands as possible. And the reason why I did not do the feed-in method for this hair is because really I just wanted to get this style over with. I knew I wasn't going to wear it long, and I really didn't feel like doing feed-ins, as well as this hair gets really tangly. It tangles up and it's ombre 3 times. So I didn't want to mess up the color variation, and I didn't want it to tangle excessively on me by me trying to do the feed-ins. What I will recommend though, if you guys do try this style and use this hair that I use, is to do feed-ins, but use Kanekalon when you do the feed-in. Maybe get an 18-inch Kanekalon, the same color as the top, which is 1B, and then feed this in maybe like 4 braids down, not 4 braids down. Y'all get what I'm saying? Feed in the Kanekalon first and then plait it down a few times and then add this hair in. That's what I would do, because braiding it like this, the old school way, how I did it, I didn't realize how much tension this creates, but it created a lot of tension for me, maybe because my braids are kind of bigger, and it was also really heavy, and I used a lot of hair. I feel like it would be less heavy and less tension if I would have used the feed-in method. So if y'all try it, definitely maybe try the way that I just said. And to secure it at the end, I'm just using nail glue. I bought 2 bottles of nail glue just to make sure that I had enough, and I just secured it at the ends. I didn't want to risk it coming out, and I really didn't want to dip this hair in hot water because I didn't want to mess up the curl pattern. So now I'm moving on to the top section of my hair. This was kind of last minute. It wasn't planned for me to do it like this, but I'm not a braider, and I got really tired of braiding my hair, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it to do single braids the entire time. This style probably took me about 8 hours. If you are really good at braiding, you're really fast, you braid your hair all the time, you're really good at parting, you probably could get this done in 5 to 6 hours. But for me, y'all know I don't be braiding my hair like that. It's just something that I do when I want to switch up my style. So anyways, we ended up doing half and half because who was trying to single braid the whole thing? Not me, okay? So to do these braids in the top, I am doing the feed-in method for these just because I wanted to make sure the hair was long enough. I didn't want to start the weave at the top and risk not having enough hair at the back, or the hair being really short. So that's why I did that. And also, I don't like that big knot that doing it the old school way creates. So that's why I did the feed-in method at the top. And I actually did feed in multiple pieces in my braids at the top. It did tangle, but not as bad as I thought it would. So that's another thing for you if you do decide to do feed-in braids where you don't want to do the lazy method like I did, where I just kind of anchored it with my hair. It doesn't tangle that bad if you want to do feed-ins all the way through, but I didn't feel like doing that, so I didn't. I only did the feed-ins at the top, and pretty much I just created a little simple design, something that I could get done really quick, and braided it up that way. You guys will see the design I did. I kind of just did half of the braids going in one direction, half of the braids going in another direction. Like I said, I'm not the best at braiding my hair, so I didn't want to do anything that was too complicated and get the braids all tangled up, or the braids end up not really laying how I wanted them to lay across the top of my head. So that's why I just did a simple design. Here I am again securing the braid at the end with the nail glue, and I just use regular Kiss nail glue. And to do my braids in the top, I am using quite a bit of edge control just to control the frizz as much as possible and get it as neat as I possibly can. And I'm also taking my time and trying to pick up the hairs as close as I can to get that nice, neat braid. We're not doing stitch braids. We just doing the best we can. And, I was pretty happy with the results. I think I did a good job considering I have not braided my hair in over a year. But yeah, leave any questions that you guys have down below about this style. Like I said, the time that it took was about a little over 8 hours. I did end up using about 7 packs of hair, but if you do the feed-in method all the way through, you probably won't use as much hair as I did. I just used that much because I was doing the lazy way. Oh yeah, I need to also mention I did not wash my hair before this install. Y'all, when I tell you I was being lazy with this style, I was being so lazy. I was like, girl, there's no way that I'm going to wash my hair and then sit down and do it for 8 hours. There's no way. So I just did this on a dirty silk press. And I figured doing it that way would make it easier for my hair to blend into the hair, because this hair, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's really silky. It's not really a lot of yaki in this texture. It's not like regular connect line. It's really silky and shiny. So I think that helped blend in my hair. Another thing that I had trouble with this style, my hair is very bluntly cut on the ends. So you guys can probably see I have some hair sticking out of my braids. I didn't even worry about that, okay? I did the best I could. What I did at the end was I went back. I don't think I showed y'all on camera, but I went back to the braids that was sticking out, and I just used edge control to slick those hairs into place. We ain't cutting the hairs down. We're just going to use edge control to get it as neat as we can and correct any mistakes. So here I am cleaning up the ends of the hair. This hair got really frizzy because it was very tangly. So I just wanted to clean it up and also make sure the braids was about the same length. I think this hair was 26 inches. I don't know. I'll leave the specs in the description box. Here I am just detangling it out, trying to, get some of that frizziness out. This is synthetic hair, so you can brush it, you can dip it in hot water, you can add products to it, you can do all the same things that you would do to a synthetic wig, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. And I wore this style for a week, but towards the end of the week, the ends of it started looking, not really how I wanted it to look. So I did go back towards the end of the week and refresh the style by brushing the ends out like y'all see and just adding more mousse. And that brought it back to life just like I had just did it. So if you guys do try this style, or if you try this hair and do a different style and you wear it for a week or longer, brushing it out and adding mousse will bring it back just like it was when you first did your hair. Like I said, it's synthetic, so y'all know how sometimes synthetic wigs get a little bit, I don't know the word, mangled. Y'all know how it gets. This is the same thing. You just brush it out, cut off the parts you don't like, add mousse, and it's just like brand new. Okay, so that's what I did. I'm just getting everything brushed out, getting all that extra shed hair off, and getting everything the same length so that it's the same length. And I got so many compliments on my hair, women, men, everybody. And even if people did not compliment me, they were looking at me like, this hair is definitely a conversation piece. I really think because of the color, and I also am not seeing a lot of people wear this type of hair with the curly ends. It's just something a little bit different than the regular braids that everybody is wearing right now, and that's what I can really appreciate about this style. And the color is different as well. It's perfect for summer. I believe this will go on pretty much any skin tone because it's one beat at the top. Sometimes I don't look right in blondes because I have a yellow undertone in my skin, and so I have to wear a certain type of blonde, but I felt very comfortable wearing this because it had that one bead at the top. So this will be perfect for any of you guys if you want to switch it up and do something different for your look. You going on vacation, girls trip, family trip, whatever. I think this will be great. You'll be turning heads and people will be complimenting you so much with this hair. Y'all see how it came together? The ends end up looking so much better than they originally did. So now I'm doing some more cleanup work. I'm just going through with edge control and really trying to slick down any part that's frizzy, any part that I messed up, that I don't like. Instead of redoing it, we're just gonna hide it with the edge control, okay? And get our edges together and get this style to look as neat and cute as we possibly can. And y'all know baby hairs always ties everything together, so that's what I'm doing here lately. I've been liking to use the big brush for my baby hairs. The little brushes just don't do it for me. I don't know, it don't be working right, but the big brush just gets everything into place how it needs to be. So that's what we're doing. I'm doing my little swoops. I like a lot of baby hair and I like sideburns, so took me a minute to do this, and now I'm adding my mousse to the top. This is also like another finishing step that is going to just add that extra laid down, fresh salon effect to our hair and just make it look as good as it can, hide those mistakes, get everything sleek and smooth and smelling good as well. I love putting mousse on my hair because it just makes it smell so good. So that's what I'm doing. And I am going to, once I get all the mousse applied, I'm going to tie my scarf down for a couple hours just to let it set, let it dry. I didn't feel like holding my blow dryer. My arms were tired, so I didn't feel like holding the blow dryer or sitting under the blow dryer. So I just put that scarf on for a couple hours, and then when I took it off, I was feeling so cute. I was loving my hair, and y'all have to let me know what y'all think about this style. Let me know how you think I did. And now I'm adding some finishing oil sheen to just kind of finish it off, add some shine, and we are done. Here's the finished product. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you will try it. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one.